Welcome to MYBET.AFRICA TV. My name is Anakwame. I'm here with the entire squad. I'm here. Why is Francis laughing? I'm here with Francis. I'm here with Benedict, the entire squad. 69. We have a new tailor in the house. What are they waving? So it's in the house. Also, it's in the house. In the entire squad. Welcome to the show. We are going to do a little highlight on some of the games happening in the Euros so far. We've seen Germany always standing tall in their home country, and of course, other teams that we expect to do more are not really doing too well. We're also going to look at the fixtures in the EPL so far. Chelsea, first game of the season playing against Manchester City. And my man, they're like, Francis is crying that every time they give his team, the last teams, they give him very, very difficult teams to play. I want to check out that one as well. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Charlie, always a pleasure.
Euros, they go on. I mean, so far, my favorite game will probably be the first game. Germany just shows here, Charlie.
That
they are
game
class.
Be
No. I mean, really. I get high hopes for Scotland in that game. I was like, Scotland will show
Scotland.
No, I'm serious. I'm like, Scotland go try ruin this with them. I think. First half, no bang. I say, no, this one. Yeah,
you know what they call German machine.
Scotland in key player with McTominay.
When the machines start rolling and start going, Charlie, you have nothing to do.
All right, guys. So we're going to look at the Euros so far. Your best game, teams that we should look out for. Last week, I think we already mentioned that teams should look out for.
I mentioned France.
Yes.
But now, to be frank with you, we are the warm-up stages of the Euros. Basically, the top two teams automatically qualify from the group, and the top three best placed teams will also qualify to go into the round of 16 as well. So you look at Portugal in 2016 used that route to qualify from their group and route to winning the tournament in France. But trust me, the tournament has been spectacular. We've seen some brilliant matches, full of excitement, goals galore. The star players basically stepping up to the template and delivering whatever they've done in the course of the main season for their respective clubs. My match of the tournament so far will be the match between Croatia and Albania. That 2-2 draw. It was a blockbuster. Albania scored, Croatia equalized and took the lead. Albania came back deep into stoppage at 90+5 to cancel the goal out. And the game ended in a 2-2 storm. But trust me, it's been a fantastic game, end-to-end stuff over the course of 90 minutes. That is how football should be played. You look at the French game as well. The French managed to win by the odd positive goal by 1-0. N'Golo Kante, the former Chelsea midfielder, was at the heart of everything. He stole the show once again. He has proven that he is the star man of the national team in terms of the workaholic nature of the national team. He's there in central midfield to shatter everybody. Lots of people blame the English national team for not bringing their A game on board, but they managed the game. They got the win. They were playing their second game. So I think they'll warm themselves into the tournament to step up. But hey, trust me, so far, I think Albania, Croatia has been my match of the tournament. And I think I still stand by my earlier prediction that I expect the French national team to go all out. But the Germans themselves will not be an easy team to
I was
crack.
coming there. I mean, watching.
They've been brilliant in their first two games so far. They blew Scotland apart. And in their second game as well, they managed to win that game as well. Ike Gundogan on the score sheet. And look at Jamal Musiala. The young player, sensational player.
Nice.
Budding talent. And he's living up to the hype. Trust me, it will take something extraordinary for someone to beat these German machines, like the way we call Diamond Shaft, from this particular tournament. Because, they've won the World Cup. Since 1996, they've never had a crack properly at the European Cup.
Yeah.
So they will feel like they really want to do that this time around at their home grounds. The last time they hosted a major tournament was in 2006, where they got kicked out in the semi-final by the eventual winners, the Azuris, the Italians. So I think they are raring to go, and they don't look like a team that are ready to let go easily. It will be tough. But hey, I expect the French national team with all their galaxy of stars to still go all out in the tournament.
All right, you still tip the French national team to win that. Don't forget that all these games can be found on MYBET.AFRICA. That's where you can get these games with the best odds on the market. That is where you can get them. And of course, it's for persons 18 years and above, and you need to be responsible because they are regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Me pacho undi 18, I'm call say oko bets. Yes, sir. Avansa so more. Benedict.
Okay, so with me, my game of the first round will be, there are two games. One, the Belgium-Slovakia game, and also the Turkey-Georgia game. Because with the Belgium-Slovakia game, they started the game with Slovakia shaking. Belgium had a couple of chances in the first 10 minutes.
Chief culprit, Lukaku.
And Lukaku as we know, would miss some and score some. But this time, he missed all. And
but also goals that were ruled out.
You don't even talk about the ruled out goals.
No, you are supposed to score.
But did he score them?
Bro,
He did.
At the end of the
goals
match,
that
it
far
was
chopped up,
1-0.
you don't even talk about it. It's non-fact. Charlie, continue
So-
your team, my brother.
He's telling me
So with that,
okay, yeah,
I think
continue.
Belgium
That was your
underestimated
team to go win
Slovakia.
Premier League.
Belgium
Really,
underestimated
massive.
Slovakia, and they took their chance and they made sure that from the second half goal, we would come and defend in this game. That was a brilliant game, and the Turkey-Georgia game. Before the game, funny enough, I was just looking at the Georgia lineup, and apart from Kvaratskhelia, I couldn't know any player. Their names were just a whole lot of letters being put together. So I was just looking, I was like, can this team even face Turkey? But after Turkey going forward, they took the game by hand. They had a lot of chances, and they could, maybe in the first half, they could have even scored 2 or more goals. That game was very good. And I think the tournament one team I'm seeing them as the underdog is Spain. Against Croatia, they showed that yes, even though they are young guys, they can just bring the hell out of this Croatian team, and they did. So Spain is also one team we should be looking out for. They have a good setup. In defense, they have Dani Carvajal, who is very good. In midfield, they have Rodri to protect them. And up front, they are looking at younger chaps who can do the running and score goals. And we know that the Spanish team, when it comes to Euros, they show up. It's been in the last, I think, 2-3 Euros, they come in and they just leave. But in the World Cup too, we saw the same thing. But this time, I'm seeing they showing something. But France, obviously, I'm looking at them winning the tournament because N'Golo Kante is here. And we saw it in the first game, covering all over, making sure that no ball is going across him or even worrying his defense. He was there for the team. And that is a player you need to win your tournament.
All right. One team that people really tipped to do very well. I know it's very early in the tournament, but so far it looks a little shaky. You mentioned the 3 Lions of England. Per my little review, I think Southgate got the lineup wrong, but that's what I think. I think he got the lineup wrong, playing players out of position and all that. I don't know why.
Well, the issue with Gareth Southgate is this Trent Alexander-Arnold playing together with Declan Rice at the heart
it
of
won't
his
work.
midfield.
I know for sure that it won't
It's
work.
something that they played in some of the friendly matches prior to this tournament, and Trent played very well in that role. So going into the tournament proper, he felt like, okay, continuity is key. Let me just continue with it because he has experimented with it and it paid off. But it's different from playing in a friendly game at Wembley
Exactly.
and playing in a major tournament at a neutral ground. And it can be that the tournament fever has really hit Trent Alexander-Arnold in that role because this is his first major tournament or a competitive game playing in that role. Unfamiliar role, like you said. But if you look at the collection of stars across this England national team, they have by far, aside the 2006 World Cup squad where they had top players playing for Manchester, Arsenal, and the co in the team, Chelsea and stuff. This is the team that they can tell you that they have the galaxy of stars and they've got to play to some certain rhythm that people were expecting them. One thing about England is when they play in the qualifiers, they basically blow everyone that is being put in front of them apart. And they have players that can take a game by the scruff of the neck and single-handedly determine the outcome of games in a positive way. Players like Bukayo Saka, Harry Kane. You look at players like Jude Bellingham, Declan
Cole
Rice,
Palmer.
Phil Foden, Cole Palmer. These are players, young talents that can come into a game and single-handedly bring their A game on board and destroy the opposition at any given time. So people were expecting something like a blockbuster. People were expecting them to blow apart their opponents in that opening game. But I think they are now warming themselves into the tournament. And when in Qatar, they started the tournament on the front foot, play some 5-star football, blitz past all their opponents in the group stages. And Saka was at the heart of all those things. In where they fell short was against the French national team. In a match which I felt both the French national team and the English national team played very well. It was just that in the knockout stages, one team definitely got to be kicked out in every single game that you play. And the penalty that got missed by Harry Kane didn't help much. And Olivier Giroud came to the party at the right time and got that goal that kicked them out.
Yeah.
In this tournament, people expect teams like the Three Lions, like you said, the French national team, the Germans, and the Spanish to come to the party and blow everybody apart. But in every tournament, we always have this team or two that will come and then choke people and make life like a living hell for them. In 2008 at the Euros, we had a certain Russian team that had Andrei Arshavin and co under Gusidin that came to spoil people's party. At the 2012, the Azuris, out of nowhere, came to the party, blew everybody apart, went to the final, and then got beaten by the eventual winners, Spain. In a game that after exhausting all their substitutions as a 55th minute, then someone has to get injured. So they have to play against those Galaxy of Xavi, Iniesta, Torres, Villa, and co, with like 10 against 11 for like about 30 minutes in the second half. And then they got blew up. Basically, they blew them apart by 4 goals. In the 2016 tournament, nobody gave Portugal any opportunity because they've been perennial underachievers. They came against all odds. Even in the final, people expected France to even kill them all because France were playing some fantastic stuff throughout the whole tournament. And every single team that were put in front of them, France basically destroyed them. Dimitri Payet and co. They were on top of their game. Pogba, trust me, Valbuena, Karim Benzema, they did everything they could. But you saw the Portuguese against all odds with Cristiano Ronaldo gotten injured in that first half, still came back and then won the tournament. In the Euro 2020, look at the Patrick Schick and Czechoslovakia, the game they play at the tournament. You understand? So it's not easy like the way we see it. Putting the best of players on paper or on the same team will look like, they will blow everybody apart. But when the game starts, that's when you know that teams can make life a living hell. We saw how France struggled to win in their opening game. We saw how England themselves struggled to win in their opening game. I still feel that we need to give these teams the chance to go through the group stages. When it is time for the knockout stages, let me borrow Cristiano Ronaldo's words. It's time to kill or you get killed. And that is where the big boys step to the template and play to the regime of the tournament. And when you can't live up to that billing, you'll be kicked out. So at least for now, I'm not judgmental on the clubs, on the countries. I want them to read the round of 16. That is where we will know whether they know what is at stake or not.
But Benedict is of the view, I mean, you said it's off air, that Southgate should be kicked out.
Yeah, Southgate should be kicked out because if you are going into a major tournament with this class of players and you have everything at your disposal, including if England are to put their right backs down, they have almost 6 to 7 right backs. And this is a tournament you are going in to win. We know that England has gone through major tournaments where they get to semi-finals, they get to lose, and we feel like, okay, next time it will come home. It has been going on for a longer time.
It's coming home.
And the English should be careful because we've seen this with Belgium. Belgium had a good generational talent with De Bruyne, Lukaku, Hazard, and now the Belgium team is struggling because as of now, if De Bruyne, Lukaku, and the rest are out, you have Doku and I think Openda and some other players. They wouldn't be able to step up looking at those generational talents they let go. And sometimes it goes down to coaches because you can have all the class of players, but if you don't have a good coach in charge, you will just waste this talent. And with England, the issue is Southgate's playing Alexander-Arnold in a midfield position. I don't get it because he's a good passer of the ball. But being a good passer of the ball doesn't make you a good midfielder. Because being a midfielder, you need to understand the game. If they were playing against a top opponent like France, Germany, they would have just messed them up because you are leaving Declan Rice to do a job of 2 people and just telling Alexander-Arnold that when the ball comes, you just give good passes. If you think he's having issues with defending, you can switch to a formation to help him. Maybe a 3-back system, allow him to play like a wing back to be able to go forward, give his passes. But if you are putting him in a double pivot with Rice, you are giving a whole workload on Rice, which with Declan Rice, we know him to be a box-to-box midfielder. He's no more of a sitting back DM who can clean up like the Kantes and maybe the Caicedos and co. But he would come into a game and he would struggle. At the end, Rice will do a little mistake and he'll be blamed for the problem because he didn't have a partner to help him out. He should look at the national team as a good talent of players he's having now. Look at your bench. You're having Bowen, Cole Palmer, Watkins, Ivan Toney, a whole lot of players. These are games you should go in and structure your team well and be winning. If we see you struggling, playing against a team and scoring one, like trying to hold up the game in the last minute to just get a 1-0 win, then it's a big worry for the English national team. I think maybe after the tournament, they should try and put Southgate off and target the US World Cup.
All right. So we are going to look at the fixtures in the EPL that has been released so far. But don't worry, we're also going to do a video where we'll be dropping our odds for the weekend in the Euros as well. So stay tuned. Just subscribe to the channel. We have something good coming your way as well. And of course, I like some of the comments that come on. Eventually, I'll be reading some of them on the show. But the fixtures, Arsenal for man, I don't know. I feel sad for them sometimes. But then again, Arsenal, I'm serious. Arsenal is a very good team that can just win the game before these 5 games will even happen. You understand? But the fixtures are out. Chelsea is out.
No. Don't massage the issue. Me personally, I feel those who do the Premier League,
They are cheating us now.
no,
They have
listen,
an agenda against Arsenal.
They have thank you. Those who do the Premier League fixtures, they have an
Then
agenda.
meaning they
against
have an
us.
agenda against Chelsea.
Because I say week, year in, year out, they've always made sure that last 3 or 4 matches to go, Arsenal will have to play big matches. And it keeps happening. See, the past season, Arsenal played Manchester United at Old Trafford, played Tottenham at the London Stadium, played Chelsea at the Emirates Stadium. You see, it's bad. You don't keep doing this. They set you up to fail. No, with all due respect to the rest of the teams in the league, we have grade A matches and we have grade B matches. You understand? This season, if you look at the league again, Arsenal has been handed another 2 or 3 tough matches in their last 5 matches. And you, as compared to their rivals, and when you need the points to win the league, even 1 point count. Last season, it was Aston Villa that played just a draw with Arsenal in their last 5 matches. And after that, I told you that Arsenal were, after dropping those 2 points, Arsenal, it's finished. And so was it. So I think, Charlie, this thing that they do there for sure, they know they help, my guy, they know they help. But the agenda against
but sometimes the league can be won.
Not this
5
time
days.
around. Bro, not this time around.
You don't believe your
It
team.
will never happen in the English Premier League.
You don't believe your team can.
See, not Man City, not Arsenal, not Manchester United, not Liverpool, not Chelsea will ever win this league.
Before 5
With
games.
5 matches or 3 matches to even go. It won't happen again.
Arsenal can go unbeaten.
And still go trophyless.
They can go unbeaten with the last 5 games left.
For what?
The last 5 games, as you are saying, it's not an issue. You can win
Talk about
your
Chelsea.
25 games
You are the one who's
on a
worried,
row.
Talk about Bunkele Chelsea.
You are the one who's
With
worried. We are not worried.
With Chelsea, we are not worried.
Man City, our first
This
game.
women fellowship.
I'm even happy with our first game.
Women fellowship, no.
Well, I'm happy with our first game. I'll
All
tell
right,
you.
so let me just pull this out. So from Friday the 16th of August, I think that's where we kick off with the first game of the season, of the next season. And that's Manchester United versus Fulham. Saturday 17th of August, Ipswich, or their newly promoted side, into the Premier League. They're playing against Liverpool. Arsenal play against Wolves. Everton versus Brighton. Newcastle versus Southampton, also newly promoted. Nottingham Forest, who more or less just dodged relegation last season. They're also here. They play against Bournemouth. West Ham versus Aston Villa. And on Sunday, that's the 18th of August. That is Brentford playing against Crystal Palace. Chelsea playing versus Manchester City. And on Monday, that's Monday night action. Leicester, who are also newly promoted into the Premier League, play against Spurs. I think the highlight of these fixtures will probably be Chelsea, Man City. And of course, we'll be looking forward to see what the likes of Ipswich, Southampton, and of course Leicester will bring into the
It's
Premier League.
baptism of fire for Enzo Maresca playing against his former boss,
right?
Pep Guardiola.
Why?
He has to hit the ground running, and people will start judging him by that. God forbid, if you should get a walloping in that game, 3-0, 4-1, 5-2, people will question his tactics. Personally, I'm not happy that the young manager is going to go through this. But no, it's true. You know, perceptions.
For your first competitive game.
At a new club. Charlie,
Well, the good thing is most of his.
because people like this man will judge you straight away.
Oh no, I want to see him against Pep. Why I want to see him against Pep.
Even the one that played against Pep and the top teams and did very well, it was only Arsenal that had a better exchanges against Chelsea last season. You said he's a bomb coach. They should sack him.
Oh no, we know Pochettino. Pochettino
our issue with let me come here. Our issue with Pochettino was with the style of play and how he wasn't.
What about his last 5 games?
Relax. With the last 5 games, we already all sat here and gave him his flowers.
The man came out with revelations that he was handcuffed to play certain players and not to play certain players when the season.
It's a lie.
You see?
Well, that I believe.
It's a lie.
That I believe.
It's a lie.
But we'll talk about Poch is the thing of the past now. Now, Enzo Maresca carries that cross. He has to play against Manchester City in his first game in August. Personally, I feel it's a good way to start the season, especially for somebody who was brought into the team and to more or less grow a young team to play in a particular tactics. 5 years contract is no joke. It's not easy to just call somebody who doesn't have vast experience like that.
He's a treble winner.
Well, come on, man.
No, he was part of the City team that won the treble.
As what? We're talking
as an assistant.
This is not about me and Nado. He's in the driver's seat.
If you are putting him and Arteta down, he has a good track record than Arteta.
On paper. Because he was part of a club that won the treble. That was what you're trying to say.
He won the championship
with Leicester. That
I'll
say will be his first proper. That will say will be his first proper achievement as a first team coach. But play against Manchester City is something that I really look forward to. It's a good thing. It's the first game of the season. If he's a coach that learns, he will pick up whatever he can learn from that particular game and then just fly with it. I don't know about you if you want to add anything else.
So with Enzo Maresca, I think it's a good game for him because going into a new season, facing your boss, to impress your new boss or impress your new fans, you need to let them know that, yes, I can hold Pep down. If you're able to hold Pep down to, let's say, a 2-2 draw, even a 0-0 draw in that game, you are giving the Chelsea fans hopes that there are more to come. So as Francis said, if he's going to lose like 4-1, 5-2, 3-0, then some Chelsea fans will get worried. But with me, I wouldn't get worried because I know it's the start of the season. And as a coach, I've seen his tactics, I've seen his structures, I've seen how he set up his team. And the only thing that would worry him is when the players, maybe there are a whole lot of injuries coming in. But apart from that, he is a type of coach who works with what he has. He has done it with the City youth team where he won a lot of trophies with them. He works with players he's having, not players he would request, okay, bring me this. And in his interviews, we've got to know that he said that Chelsea are having a super team, a talented team now, and he's ready to work with them. So in that game, we are looking at he setting up a team to at least let Pep understand that he's in the league and he's not just an apprentice, but he's here to compete with the masters. Yes. And also with Pochettino's issue about Pochettino saying he was
Pochettino said in first match, play drop last Liverpool.
With Liverpool, yes.
Handcuff and a whole lot of things is a lie.
How do you know that?
When Enzo Maresca came in, he was being asked, is he going to keep Sanchez or we should get him a new goalkeeper? He wanted to get a new goalkeeper. Later, he was like, he wants to see Sanchez through the preseason. So if Pochettino is telling us...
Is Kepa Arrizabalaga not coming back?
No, Kepa, we are selling him. So if...
somebody who cannot take second place goalkeeper.
You should go to Manchester and swap Kepa Arrizabalaga with Andre Onana.
Onana is a wonderful goalkeeper.
No, but I don't like Onana in between our sticks, unfortunately. I don't know. I feel Onana has a lot of...
But Arsenal has a good goalkeeper sitting on the bench.
He has a lot of...
Ramsdale
is a good goalkeeper.
So just like... If you ask me, just like Onana, Ramsdale also has a lot of mistakes in him.
Ramsdale has to move to a club like Chelsea. Because to me, as an Arsenal fan, the reason to bring Raya to Arsenal is meaningless. It doesn't have any use.
But he won...
Ramsdale is a brilliant goalkeeper.
He won the best...
We needed a striker, not Nketiah and Jesus. And as an Arsenal, I've seen them being linked to Osimhen. They shouldn't go closer to Osimhen.
So I was coming there.
Osimhen is a frustrated man now.
Yeah.
When Nigerians and Ghanaians curse you and insult you, your career is finished. You should ask Kevin Prince Boateng and Michael Essien and co, those who had issues at the World Cup in 2014.
But Osimhen's best move was to move. That was last season after they won the...
Yes, it was to move.
Me, I'm of the opinion every day that Osimhen is a packaging player.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Osimhen is not an extraordinary striker.
Osimhen is like a slim Lukaku.
I would take Aubameyang any day ahead of this Osimhen. I would take Lukaku any day ahead of Osimhen.
I mean, Lukaku has been
Okay,
dead and done.
Lukaku has proven-
When you carve a system to accommodate him, we saw
give the
Lukaku,
goals.
Lautaro Martinez at Inter Milan under
Milan.
Antonio
Yes.
Conte when
Yes.
they won the league after
Yes.
some seasons
Yes.
of not winning anything. Lukaku was a beast. Even last season, he had a decent season
Rome.
at even when he went back on the loan to Inter Milan en route to their final, and which they lost
Yeah.
to Inter
He had a good
Man City
Man
in the
City.
Champions League. He had a decent season. Last season, even with Roma, he had a decent season.
Yes.
Lukaku will give you the numbers.
Yeah, I was coming to you. So your team faces Wolves. I mean, this aside the last
Bro,
game.
Arsenal
Easy
go blitz.
game.
Arsenal go blitz past them. Forget.
Okay.
Arsenal themselves them ball put on. But until
Them-
they sign
them-
striker.
Then boss say what?
If Arsenal no sign, see, make I tell you here, I'm not a prophet of doom. If Arsenal no sign striker, we then still go into the season,
Champion
with
Nketiah.
Nketiah,
Kai Havertz.
Kai Havertz, he has silenced me. I will not talk about Kai Havertz. So far as he has outscored Nketiah and Jesus, he has done his job.
Jesus also had injuries. I mean,
With Jesus,
I don't think you're being fair to Jesus.
bro, Jesus no brabe Jenuko.
Me and Peno, he will fit into our system. Look, this is somebody who played. Listen, I'm coming.
What are you talking
I'm
about?
coming. This is somebody who played with Arteta at City. Arteta knows that a guy can give him the numbers, and he got him. There's a reason. You're not the coach. The coach sees what he wants to see.
Well,
It
I'm
is-
not in the mood to argue with
Oh,
that.
no,
now.
but it's
I'm
true.
not- it's not an
Sometimes the
argument,
coach is
I'm telling
looking
you
at
the facts.
Jesus
all
is a
round play.
useless player. You will not take Arsenal
How is he a
anywhere.
useless player? Was he not part of the
Wait.
treble winning team?
Jesus is like
If Kai Havertz from Chelsea with less than 8 goals will come to Arsenal, and we the Arsenal fans had a meltdown on the technical team for bringing him in, will come and outscore you, Jesus.
Who was
And
injured?
Nketiah
Who was injured most of the time?
We've seen Thierry Henry
Why don't
got
you
him injured,
why
came
don't
back
you
and
give
battled
why don't you
Ruud
give
van
him
Nistelrooy and
why
won
don't you
golden
give him
boots.
another season to prove
What's
himself?
another season?
This is first
You
season.
want
Right?
me to die young with heart attack or blood pressure?
Now, what is saying? You grow already.
okay. So which striker should Arsenal bring?
Which
Arsenal should go and sign Alexander Isaac from Newcastle United, or go to Inter Milan with £100 million bag
No,
full of
Lautaro
dollars.
Martinez.
and buy Lautaro Martinez.
Martinez would
Martinez, who has never played in the EPL, you think
My
he will
friend,
struggle?
Lautaro Martinez, the chances where Jesus they miss. You know ball. Martinez will bury those chances. What are you talking about?
Martinez
Even
has
Joaquin
been missing
Correa.
chances.
You know Joaquin Correa?
Yeah, no.
Brilliant striker. What did they talk? Wait. Play away. Copa America 7. You don't even get callers before they go drop him safe. Bump play away.
He's injured.
Arsenal is a team that wants to win UCL or English Premier League. Strikers cannot even make their national teams collapse. Nketiah, come on the smell. He will not have.
Oh, but
Bro, ja. Stop the argument. Stop.
what argument? You said
Stop.
your striker cannot make a national team call up. But Kai Havertz has been called up. He's already
Kai
scored
Havertz
one
is not
goal.
Arsenal striker.
What
He's been
is he?
playing out of position. He's a central attacking midfielder.
Kai Havertz is striking for Germany.
He's striking for Germany.
and he's giving
He's giving nice plays.
Yeah,
Last man,
Assists.
no get shot on target, you don't get goals. Make you no make a go enter inside.
Relax. You say no go talk about them.
My guy,
I beg. Make go bring police. Make go bring police. I beg.
Saliba is also giving low rating at France.
Charlie,
That will be your problem.
the system will expose you.
Saliba is the most rated center back in the entire
No,
university.
yeah,
In Euros.
the system will expose him.
Kante
we have
was
seen
just
this before.
saving him back and
38
forth,
matches.
back and forth.
Senior man.
You self, you get what be name self. I did forget this English boy. Your
Kohama.
center back. Oh no, I just talk about your center backs.
Cowell,
You know, no be cool.
Disasi,
The new one.
Badiashile.
Badiashile.
Now France, they came back from injury, so
My friend. Charlie, can you close
All right,
this show?
let's end the show. But let me remind you, if something happened to me, Francis will do well because Francis say
I'll be
today he
violent.
go-
Today I'll go fist somebody.
you go throw blow for the show top. Thank you so much for watching us today on your phones, your laptops, whatever device. Now I say people if you watch videos for one Apple Watch
Apple
top
Watch.
and things. So Charlie, thanks to technology, we can do all of that. But we don't take your tuning in and subscribing to our channel for granted. We always love that we have new people joining in to watch what we have. This is Francis. This is Vincent. This is Francis. This is Benedict. Vincent is not here, but I'm sure the next video he'll be here to give us updates on the All Stars Football Festival happening in Tamale this weekend. So we'll give you updates on whatever happens. But thank you so much. My name is Kwame. Has been my MYBET.AFRICA TV. This is Sports Arena, and adios, goodbye, and farewell.